What is up, RC enthusiasts? Check it out right here. We have the Unimog from LDRC, same makers of this guy right here, the little A86 that they made right there. Today we're going to tear down into this right here, see what's inside. But before that, we'll go ahead with a little bit of a 360 montage of this guy so you guys can see what this guy looks like. Well, let's check it out, guys. This RC is pretty cool. You can tell it's a bigger scale than the WPLs and stuff, but it does use some similar parts, like these portal axles right here. The difference that I can tell in the portal axles is the plastic they use. It looks like a fiber-enforced plastic, and it looks a lot stronger than the one that I got originally from the WPL ones, which were like a very shiny-looking plastic that broke really easily. So these look more beefed up and look like they should handle stuff. And they also have the metal gears in these as well, front and rear. And as you can tell right here, you have telescoping drive shafts, pretty beefy. And now, on these drive shafts, the actual screws that go through them, it actually goes through instead of just like pinching down on that shaft right there. So it goes all the way through, so no slippage there. You can tell right here, you got a whole new kind of gearbox, and the drive shafts spin counter rotation of each other. And when we open this up, I'll show you that you could actually put another motor in here if you wanted to. So there's a location for 2 motors in here. I don't know what that's all about, or maybe for a 2-speed, I don't know, but it looks like a location for a motor right in here where I covered with this because I didn't want to get sand or anything in there during the run. But yeah, that's a bigger size motor. I installed the heatsink right here, and obviously the gas cap and all the accessories I installed on this already. But I'll show you a picture right here of all the stuff that's included with this. It comes in this bag, and everything is included in there that you need to install to complete the build. So as you can tell right here, good ground clearance because of the portal axles, for sure. And there's lights up front. You can see the lights right there. Those are the wiring for the LEDs up front. There's only 2 lights on there. You can switch them on and off with the controller. And I believe the ESC is in the back over here where this on and off switch is at. And you can see the wires going from there towards the front. Pretty cool right here. You have the back that can fold out. There's just 4 screws holding it in place so it doesn't fold out automatically. You have to unscrew those screws slightly to get them to fold out. So you can pretty much remove this and have it as a flatbed, or have this fold out and drive it like that. And the tail lights and everything, there's room for lights to go in there, and they're already, the plastic's already like colored. So that's good too. The wheels, pretty big. They're pretty big. I think they're still the WPL standard size, like rim and stuff size, but the wheel, I mean the tire itself is thick or tall, and it's, I'd say, in between the kit and RTR. I'd say it's closer to the kit than the RTR and tires. It's got softness to it. But that's this guy right here, the Mercedes Unimog. But the only thing I didn't show you right here is the hood opens up, and that's where the battery goes. The battery it comes with is this guy right here. It's a 7.4 1200 milliamp hour lithium ion battery. And I don't like the cable because it's proprietary. I really don't like proprietary. I wish they would just use something more common so we could use hobby grade chargers to charge this thing and give us a balanced lead. You know what I mean? But anyway, these batteries, they do work pretty good. The charger, you know, just watch them when you're charging them. I always recommend when you're charging these kind of batteries with the USB style chargers, you know, keep a close eye on them, watch them while you're charging, charge them at a safe place because they're very unpredictable. Even the hobby grade charger, go ahead and just watch those two. It's just, when you're charging LiPos especially, watch them. But yeah guys, here you go. Now let's go ahead and we'll take it apart just to get into the internals. I'm not going to completely strip it, but just enough to where you can see everything you need to see so you know what's going on under here. Now this is a leaf spring truck, I also forgot to mention that. So let's get to the disassembly of this guy. Here we go, this is what it looks like underneath. You have your axle mounted servo, so that's another difference between this one right here. They mounted the servo to the axle right there. There's the motor right there. I installed the heatsink that was included. And right here is that area I was talking about. See, it looks like you could install another motor right there. I covered that up with this. That's too bad I forgot about that hole right there, didn't I? I covered this up just so when I run this in dirt and stuff, nothing gets in here and ruins the gears, because I'm pretty sure there are plastic gears in there, and I don't want the dirt to get in there and just crunch it all up and ruin it for me. But usually, you know, these new ones, they last pretty long. They make beefy enough gears for this kind of rig, I guess. I wish they were metal, of course, who doesn't? You can tell right here the transmission, the transfer case. Pretty cool. And look how thick the rails are on this one. It has very little flex to it. Like, I'm really flexing it as hard as I can. That's pretty good for a budget crawler or trail truck. Here's a 2-in-1 ESC receiver combo. You can see the yellow and white is for the lights right there. One of these right here is battery, and one of these right here is motor wire. And this one right here is your on and off switch. It goes right there. Doesn't seem to be waterproof, but you can always plastic that to waterproof it if you want to play around with it in some inclement weather. There you go, pretty simple layout right here. And a transmitter. It's the same transmitter from the LD Racing AE86, pretty much. It's this tiny little transmitter. Still fits in my hand, but it's tiny. It's like one of the older Kyosho style controllers. That's what it looks like to me. It's molded after that, but it's not an exact copy. And you got your light switch, and you have third channel, which is not connected to anything, and there is an output here. I don't know if that's for the third channel, but you see that right there. Those prongs right there for something. So there's the third channel and the dual rate up here for making it faster or slower. So that's pretty much it for that, and of course the steering right here just for straightening your steering, for centering it, and your on and off switch back here. And this uses 2 AAAs, weirdly. Just a quick mention of some gripes here. The tires, when turning and flexed, hits this bottom step, so it binds on that bottom step a little bit. The leaf springs, they're a little weird, as you can tell. We'll see how we can deal with that when we're running it. And the last gripe I have with it is this drive shaft right here. Actually hits the transmission when flexing. So while it's spinning, you're going to actually be grinding on the transmission right here. So that drive shaft hits. So you can tell right there, it's really close. And when I flex it, it hits it. But we'll see how it works out when we run it. Well, there you go, guys. Check out the link below if you want to get more information on this guy. Yeah, so I can't wait to run this guy and see how it performs. On my next video, we'll check that out. Let's see how this does on my little hill climb challenge. And we'll be able to see how it compares to WPL, MN models, and all those things, because a lot of stuff under this resembles those trucks. Alright guys, thanks for watching as usual, and as always, stay safe out there, and as always, go have fun, and run that RC.